the. Are you gonna call or you want me to do the talking?
Oh, it's much easier for you to do, Marlene. If you would mind sharing, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Park Committee, Wednesday, April 9th, 5 o'clock. Can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Quinn,
Here?
Marlene Kumich.
Here.
Tracy Van Alstine.
Here.
Colleen Weinsteiner.
Here.
Ed Nelson.
Here.
Danette Meyer.
Here.
Paul Worthington.
Here.
Sugar Green.
Here.
And Jasmine, Deputy Clerk to record the minutes.
Okay. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
which stands,
and nation under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any citizens online?
No. I don't see.
Okay, approval of the minutes from March 12th. Any yays, nays, additions, subtractions, or whatever have you from anybody?
Oh, whatever it's called.
Make a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any correspondence? None? None? Okay, our park supervisor is not here tonight. Do you want me to read this or can everybody just read it?
If you can read it, Marlene, that would be good. Just read it out loud, please.
Read it out loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's short. I mean, if I can read it, just read
Mike
it.
is not here tonight and I'll read it. Finished pruning the trees in the park, replaced all the worn flags at the municipal buildings, cleaned up a lot of the old barbed wire that was along the trails, filled 2,388 Easter eggs, worked on vehicle maintenance, mowed the prairie at Lisbon Community Park, cleaned up some downed trees from the high winds, painted the soccer field. The season started last week. Cut down some trees at Stone Family, worked on the shop organizing and cleaning for the summer season. Helped to load up some old playground equipment that was donated to kids around the world.
Nice.
Okay. Unfinished business. Easter extravaganza. Just wanted to. I gave one of these to Danette. Yeah, and one to Tracy. Danette, you are going to be, here's my list. Checking it twice, here it is. Let's start at the top. I will be at the entrance to control the human traffic as they go in. And Colleen, if you're up to it and you show up, fine. If you could do counters and hand out grocery bags. Okay. West entrance, that's where you come in. Right by the traffic cones, Tracy will be telling people where to go. The west entrance, I have it on the things. We have 6 tables are coming in on the west entrance. And then we have 5 tables coming in off the east entrance. So you're gonna have to bring a pen along, Tracy. And make sure that the people who are, where it says east, go to the east. And the Culver's mascot will be at the entrance on the west. And the bunny, and I don't, it's his name, last name is Krieger. I did not write his first name down. He will go in to the east entrance. And
Okay.
Paula, you're gonna be the Easter bunny handler?
Whatever you need me to do, yes.
Wasn't that Aiden?
No, Aiden, we got his brother this year. A new bunny. The west entrance, Troop 47 will be coming in there to help. And then we got the food pantry stuff. I'll have my SUV right at the entrance in the front where Dousman Transport usually parks. and we're supposed to have absolutely gorgeous weather. I will contact Mike about getting vests, counters, grocery bags. And does everybody have a lanyard? Can you remember to bring your lanyards, please? So people know who we are. Well, we're gonna have vests on too. Then whenever anybody is done with whatever they're doing, they can go help Ed, Paul, hide eggs. You're an egg hider.
I think I need to do traffic like I have in the past
We got
year.
the traffic guys coming.
Well, they were there the last couple of years also, but if you think that you'd rather have me hide eggs, they were always up on top directing coming down the road. And I was down in the parking lot,
I'll make sure that we have at
somebody
least
down
one
there,
down.
because that's the most important, that they come
Yeah.
in and they park orderly in the rows, because they'll fill every spot we have. If
Mhm.
it's anything similar to the past years.
Okay, I will email
Okay.
Marie. Yeah, and then if anybody else, Paula, if your bunny looks safe, you can help with the eggs. And,
Same place as last year, Marlene, in that little bench area by the,
yeah,
okay.
I gotta put that on here too for Mike.
Well, and I can help too,
Yeah,
because I'll be on that end.
yeah,
think that bench is always there.
I mean,
I'll make sure that it's there and clean.
And what time do you want us there, Marlene?
I think by 11 o'clock. I know it says, it doesn't start till 12:30, but how about 11:15? It's supposed to be nice. And we can get in place and again, if- yeah, we can open early, as soon as everybody's in. Let me know. You have my cell phone number.
And just remind me, did Mike say that he was putting the tables out? They'll be out.
The tables will be out.
Yeah, okay.
and will
I-
Mike he'll be there,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah, last year he put all the tables in storage because we got that snowstorm the day before, and then he put them all out that morning, but this time it, weather looks decent, he should have them all out.
And our bunny knows to go back to that maintenance shed to put on his bunny gear.
Well,
Okay.
I've told his mom, but like I say, I will reconnect again with everybody.
Okay.
And numbers. Okay, we do have a couple of scouts coming. And we can see once if we need help. We're also getting some flyers. Did you get that note to have flyers for the festival? Mike hasn't, okay. And numbers on the table, Ed does them that every year.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay,
And I bought.
And
dog
Paul and
food.
I'll launch the eggs.
okay, and we have dog biscuits.
Launch.
Dog biscuits went over really good last year. I did contact the city of Pewaukee Fire Chief, Kevin, and they were very happy to be there. They'd also contact Sussex. And, they were gonna put flyers out and tell everybody at the Easter egg hunt in the morning. Like I say, I will call the police again. And, getting, one scout said no and one scout said two. So we do have at least 2 scouts coming.
Marlene,
Hmm?
will the scouts have specific things they need to do?
Yes,
Because those kids last year were bored,
well, then I'll send them down
so.
for
just-
the eggs.
Just so you know,
The one was
Yeah.
by me doing I think I was doing the clicker and I think he was handing out flyers and bags to
Yeah.
those that didn't need them.
Yeah, once the big rush is over, then I'll send
Yeah.
them down.
and in terms of
Um,
advertising the event, since they're families, they're tied into Facebook.
Hmm.
Is it on our webpage and will be on Facebook?
On our website.
On our website, Dan? Okay, because that's the way these parents are gonna see it. They're not gonna look at a
Yeah.
flyer. No offense, but.
It's also on our fire station.
Oh, on the
Or the
marquee?
marquee.
Oh, good.
It's no longer advertising Christmas.
Oh.
Christmas.
Happy
It was
holidays.
happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Say Christmas, right?
I thought that was funny.
Oh, you
every
did
time
say
I-
And then Mike's gonna still put up like
Oh,
a sandwich board or
thanks, Dan.
something at the corner, right?
Yeah.
On the corner for Oakwood Road,
Hmm,
Lake 5.
Yeah, And I think he had banners.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a banner or a sandwich board or something, so.
Yeah.
And do we know, does Captain Panis have a deputy penciled in to be there? And then in the event of an emergency, they wouldn't be there or they'd have to leave early? That's always how it's.
That I don't know. I know there's gonna be a police officer there, but,
Okay,
Did we buy their candy, Marlene?
huh,
Did we buy the, don't we usually provide the candy for them to hand out?
the police and for the town board.
Yeah, okay.
And the fire department, or no?
They're bringing their own. Yeah. Yeah, and the town board, we have to give them something sweet. And I will have my car out in front for the food pantry donation, see if we get any of that. Anything else, guys? Nope. No addition, subtraction. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, nothing else on the Easter egg hunt, discussion on the community festival planning. Jasmine, what was taken and sent to the board tonight to be approved?
I think the fender bender contract we saw, and then the beer distributor contract, to my knowledge. Those are the two that are going up before the board tonight.
Dan, did that Tracy from Just Your
Yeah.
Fun send you one finally today?
Yep, I have that on the agenda for the next.
Okay.
the meeting.
Okay, yeah, that what I did say.
Okay. I am just gonna run down my list just to make sure we're covering bases. We still have plenty of time with this. So we got the band, Danette. Horse-drawn wagon. Kelly in the petting zoo. Kelly's in here. We'll have to check with her, but I'm pretty sure I got yes and yes on here. Face painters, Tracy. Bouncy houses.
I think you already had,
Bouncy houses are gone.
Okay,
Banner.
okay. The food guy, I talked to him and he sent out, I only did this here. I'm gonna pass this around and then you can see the costs. Very, very reasonable. The costs on here, make sure I get that back. I got a new computer and it sends things out sometimes. Maybe you can open it, maybe you can't.
Maybe if you can just make sure Jasmine gets a copy of it, Jasmine, if you wouldn't mind copying that maybe and just shooting it out in an email to the,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Okay, so we got the food truck and we got Tundra Treats. They will be there. Rock Wall, the contract is signed, that's all done. And the
Yay,
yeah,
thank
and
you.
the auxiliary will be there too. I did get a hold of the guy who did the baseball blow up thing. He will be coming. Also got some scouts coming who will be helping to monitor different things. So there will be scouts there.
Can I ask a fast question?
Sure.
The bounce house, I know we talked about doing that obstacle course thing. Did that come to fruition or what is the inflatables? Just what are what did we settle on with the inflatables?
the baseball, the basketball. There's three of them, a baseball, a basketball, and the bouncy
And the
house,
bouncy house.
and the obstacle course, which we did have last year.
Okay, okay,
I believe it's the same as last year.
okay.
If anybody cares, it's snowing outside.
Yeah, that's why
yeah.
we're gonna leave very shortly.
Oh,
Because I don't drive in snow.
It's not gonna-
accumulate that.
It's not gonna do anything.
No,
No accumulation predicted?
no. Roads are warm enough,
It's
shouldn't be a
warm.
problem.
Is there anything else we gotta do for the festival?
you know what?
Um,
I've got two things.
Sure.
One, will the village or do we put word out that we could use some more community volunteers for the event? That happened last year and I did think we got a couple ladies or something that came forward
I've
is,
seen the Gazette,
Kathy
they
had
got
gotten a
little ad.
couple,
you know,
Kathy had a couple people
Right.
come, and then, but if we have scouts this year to help a little bit too, that
would
would.
that be, was that enough or would it hurt to throw that out there? and
Probably
just
would
say,
get
but,
community
and then how do
involved.
how would we do that or how would that be?
Well, although me and you aren't in the bar.
No,
Oh,
the
that's
bar,
right.
the-
So
the
you're more
beer
hands.
thing,
Yeah.
So we're,
Yeah.
so we're.
All right.
there is a possibility I may not be at this year's festival.
Mhm.
Got an opportunity to go on a trip with the gals. Don't know if it's gonna go through.
Well, but you know, that might be a good way if someone is interested in volunteering, they can step in, kind of see what's going on,
Yeah.
meet some of us that already do volunteer and, you know, they're not in charge or anything, but it gets their toe in the water.
Can
Maybe,
you
we-
put
you know,
that
maybe we
on
pick up a
Facebook
couple
or the-
people.
Our website or the whatever.
I see in the latest edition of the Gazette that came, I received mine in the mail today.
Mhm.
They had a nice little
Mm.
article requesting volunteers
Oh, it's in, okay.
in the Gazette for the community.
Mm,
Uh,
Good,
So
Oh, for
Yeah,
the
if you hear
festival.
anybody
festival.
Oh, well then, okay.
grab them.
Well,
Hey,
maybe-
Paul, did you happen to see where they were supposed to contact if somebody was interested in that? Just
I
called Village Hall, I'm guessing?
pull it back up and see what it said.
Danette, are you done with that?
Oh, here, I'm, Paul didn't see. it. And
Oh.
then while they're looking, I had one more thing. Now, where am I going with this? Oh, um. I did this without permission, but there's nothing in stone. I just wondered, I contacted the guy who does kettle corn. To see, remember we thought about having popcorn?
Mhm.
The popcorn person, there's no way they could get the wagon here and do all that. It logistically, they don't haul it around. So the popcorn idea went away, but the kettle corn guy is a possibility if we want him. So I just wanted to throw that out. They already are present, you know, like at the Falls Farmers Market. They were just last
Mm.
Saturday at a spring fling thing held at Menominee Falls High School. I mean, a lot of people know of them. Their product is good. Just wondered if what people's thoughts were on that. It'd be
What's on that slip for as far as Nosh stuff.
as far as food.
Yeah,
goes.
like popcorn. Tender Treats is
Here,
bringing
he
ice cream.
he has cheese curds as a snack, cheesy French fries and potato chips. And then we're having the ice cream person.
And the ice cream.
But I thought, well, you know, the kettle corn might, you know, popcorn, walk around with a bag of that. I don't know. I just thought, well,
A lot of people like that.
Yeah,
so,
And it stands alone. It's not gonna fight with it.
it's not gonna
Right.
fight with
It's
anything
not a
else. Yeah, I agree with
competition, yeah.
so, you know, he wasn't
I don't think
sure
they'll bring out
of
their
his
swords.
availability, and I said, well, yeah, I'm just gonna present it tonight that I even talked to you about maybe. But if he can, if he's interested, if
Mhm.
he's available, I would just go further and have him contact Paula or you, Dan, and then a contract would need to be, I mean, and again, he does this all the time. He's used to getting contracts and things with many communities. He's already booking up for the fall and for
Oh, yeah.
Christmas, so he may not
Mhm.
even be available, but
Mm.
it's a thought.
And does, I mean, does he charge to be able to come, or does he just charge the
It
customers?
just, he would just come and he sells his wares.
Is this a cousin,
That's
friend,
great.
and uncle?
No, I don't even know the guy. No.
Ed and Bonnie.
I have no relatives in the state.
Yeah, no, it's a great
Yeah.
idea.
I would be in favor of it.
Okay, all right, I'll keep.
And then Paula, in answer to your question, as far as the volunteers, what they should do. It says if you're interested in volunteering, contact Lisbon Village Hall or scan the QR code, and there's a QR code that'll give you more information about
Okay.
volunteering.
So, yeah, I guess Jasmine, maybe you want to make a note or just make sure that whoever answers the phone is aware that that could be happening, just so it's not, I mean, I'm sure they are. I'm assuming that you guys have talked about it in the office or just,
I'll let everyone know, just make sure everyone's on the same page with it and.
Yeah, they
In
can
case we
probably
do.
call Paula and then you can talk to them directly.
yeah. So, and maybe, what we'll do is we'll just, provide like a little one sheet. So if they say, oh, what is it? We can give them the date, the times, just basic information.
Send them a flyer.
This brings another question. 2-3 years ago, we had big discussion with the insurance with volunteers. And it caused quite a bit of discussion and like how we were gonna handle this, because At that time, it became an important thing, but it seemed to fade away.
Yeah.
Is there any updates that we may need
Yeah,
concerning
I think
volunteer?
originally Kathy talked about having a waiver that all the volunteers that weren't on the park committee would have to sign
Everybody
or
had to
something.
sign something.
Right, but
I think that's probably prudent if we do that. Dan, do you have any thoughts on that?
It'd either be a waiver or they'd have to file an application to be a volunteer, and then they'd have to sign off on a handbook, policy and everything else.
Oh,
So,
geez.
Yeah,
Oh,
Well,
the
did-
waiver is probably the easier option.
Did Kathy ever come up with this sheet of paper, this waiver? Did
we had
anybody
a
ever
waiver
see it?
because I had the auxiliary sign it,
Oh, you
Yeah.
did have,
yeah,
And
but
the Cub
nobody
Scouts
else.
parent, and the Cub Scouts parents had to sign it because the Cub Scouts were underage.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
was,
think-
it was just a one sheet thing too, wasn't it?
I
Wasn't a
think
big,
it was just one sheet that
Yeah.
was discussed. So is there,
Mm.
there's gotta be a master
Sure.
copy
well, it was
somewhere.
patterned after what Sussex did, because when my wife volunteered at Sussex, they had a thing that they just signed across. And that's what Kathy had. I think she followed something similar to what Sussex was doing with their volunteers.
Hmm.
I'm sure she hasn't saved to a file, I'll find it.
Okay.
Or I'll do it.
Good point, thank you.
Okay.
Anything else about the festival?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's the only unfinished business we have. Request for items to be placed on future agenda.
Well,
Anything?
It's gonna be the community fest again, obviously.
Yeah, community festival, yeah.
Could we get an update on the ball diamonds at the next one?
Mm.
Please.
Yeah, I'd like that too, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Can we ask, has it been started? It's not on the
I just
agenda.
emailed the. That's putting it in, didn't get a response yet, but I know they were waiting for the ground thaw and good stuff, and probably.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Anything else? If not, we'll call for an adjournment.
Just
Yes,
very
oh,
quickly.
Ed, yeah,
One of the things, Dan, we discussed before you came in to the office is the future of infrastructure within the parks. There was discussion about a recreational building which would have flush toilets. And this would be from Kathy's standpoint in terms of telling us what possibly was in the future.
Could-
Uh,
could we put that on the agenda as an update on park structures and what's going on with that?
Well, excuse me, I don't make the agenda, I mean, the chair probably makes the agenda, so you can have the chair, if that's. something
A
that
chair
you want
behind
on
there.
the Agenda, as of right now.
The chair we
it's-
see is
as of
you.
Right now, it's
Yeah.
in the board's hands as far as capital projects go, as far as borrowing goes.
Maybe
but
just
that-
get an
that
update.
Discussion still has to be held at the. So I probably would say not the next meeting, but maybe. subsequent meeting.
Yeah, see how
Yeah.
things are going by that time,
Yeah,
Paula.
there was quite a bit of discussion on looking at each park, its
Mhm.
infrastructure, and what needed to be replaced and when, and possibly budget items. And the baseball thing, which sort of, let's just say, came out of left field, no pun intended. Charged our debate on flush toilets, because really, obviously, all we have is that pit toilet in Community Park.
Ed, we can't, it's not on the agenda.
We can, but that's the problem. We have these topics that are tied up and we can't talk about
Well,
it.
we can put it on the agenda for
But
next
it's
week.
always next month or a month down
Okay,
and we
well-
can't bring up good issues. I'm with Ed here.
No,
I agree, but
yeah, I appreciate that, Paul, but Marlene's right, and yeah, it was not on the agenda hence, but
Paula,
we're not kicking the can down the road, but
Yeah, let's have that discussion at the village board, because that's where it's at right now, as far as. Capital expenditures, where it needs to go, what companies, determine how those funds are gonna be used. And then we can update that.
mhm.
it can, if you do have it, the thing is, we don't hear it. And we don't know, it's people ask us questions, if
Well,
we
it
can
hasn't-
just put it,
hasn't been discussed.
Yeah.
We have
no,
anything
but
to
then
update.
can you just put it as any update going on regarding these matters? And if you say yes, fine, if no, at least we have the legal right to talk about it.
And if
We can
it's,
make it an informational thing, you know,
Information,
update
there you
with
go.
information that we've got.
Yeah,
but embedded in all this, of course, is grant writing. And we need to be educated on that. I don't know who would do the educating, because the last person that served on the park board and was familiar with grant writing because it was part of what he did for a living has been off the board now for at least, what, 8 years, possibly
John
10.
Helber, yeah.
Yeah. So we have this history, Dan, of a long chasm of really not having knowledge in that accord, and I don't expect the monies to come in, you know, totally from the village taxpayers.
Can,
So
could we
another
also
thing
have
to think about.
information on grant writing? I did give you 2 big folders on
Yeah,
it,
like I said,
nothing.
discussion has to start at the village board. We have contractors that handle all park designs and also handle grant writing, so I don't know whether that's gonna come. I just don't have a direction for it one way or the other right now.
Just for information.
But
Okay,
Cause there was that other one too with the,
I don't wanna get too into the weeds on this. It's not on the agenda.
Yeah,
We're talking
right.
about future agenda.
Yeah.
Yep.
future.
Very
wasn't there
understood.
The grants for the.
Some ways,
book
sorry, I brought
club
it.
Yeah,
and the-
I gave
is
that all to
That's
Dan.
all the same
I
thing,
got it.
okay.
he's got it all.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anything else that's on the agenda? Ed,
There's nothing else
no,
on the
and
agenda.
should I move that the
Yes.
meeting be closed?
yes. Why don't you move?
I'm
You
so
so move?
move,
Do we have a
I
se-
move that the, obviously our, excuse me, our Village of Lisbon Park meeting of April 9th, 2025, be adjourned.
You second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just as a quick reminder to you guys, Joe and Becky's last village board meeting is tonight, so just,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.